Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Thursday. We made it almost to the weekend today. Sorry, I feel like I've been having like a sneeze, just allergies this morning. It's just been a day. So we have some lower body today. I just want to say we're going to start out with some stretches as always, but to make sure you grab something for your knees. And then also if you guys have a chair or if you're by a counter, today, I'm not by a counter, but I do have a chair. So if you have something, we're just going to lean against it lightly and then do some leg stuff with it. Things that we have done before, so it's nothing too crazy, but we are going to start out with just some stretches and lower body today. All right. So I'll turn the chair around so I can place this down. And don't mind me if I start just sneezing, or if I walk away for a second, it's because I have to sneeze. It's just been an all day thing. Okay, move this back. I never know how close to put it until I actually start. Then once I start, I realize how close I am. All right, so today we're just gonna start out with some ankle rolls. So taking it up to the right toes, we're just gonna roll out that right side. So nothing too crazy today, just good lower body workout. Just rotating it out, maybe rotate it the opposite way. And then we're going to switch sides in 3, 2, and 1. So dropping down that right side, taking it up to the left toes, and we're just going to rotate it out. And then we'll rotate it the opposite way in 3, 2, and 1. So taking it the opposite way, just rolling it out. We're going to drop it down in 3, 2, and 1. So taking that left foot down, we're going to take the hands to that right ankle and pull that leg in nice and tight to the booty. So you can keep that hand to the hip, or you can raise the arm above the head. Just find that balance wherever you are. I've found that when I start looking around, that's when I start tipping around. But keeping the eye gaze, if you look at one spot on the wall, you'll probably find your balance, but I tend to look every single way. All right, so pulling it in 1 more centimeter towards that body. We're going to release it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So dropping that right foot, taking the left hand to that left foot, and just pull it in. See, I looked to the left and I started leaning to the right. Okay, we're just going to stare forward. Okay. As I look down. So pulling it in 1 more centimeter. We're going to drop it down in 3, 2, and 1. So dropping it down. We're going to come down to the ground right now. Stretching out those legs, kind of taking them to the edges if you're on a mat, or just taking them out if you're not on a mat. And we are just going to lean it forward, just stretching it out, keeping that head above the heart. Pulling the shoulders down, we're just stretching out those legs right here. Stretching it 1 more inch. And let's walk it back. Rising up. And then we're going to come into a downward dog. So I know you guys do yoga Mondays and Fridays, so we know what this is. So hinging at the hips, we walk the hands out and we pull the head in between the biceps, pedaling the heels out. So bending that right, pressing down that left heel, and then switch it over. Just keep switching from side to side as fast or as slow as you would like. Taking both heels down. Dropping down to the knees, we lay that back down. And we're just gonna take that back down to the ground, taking that right leg across that left, and we're gonna pull it in for a figure 8. Releasing it down in 3, 2, and 1. Taking it down, left leg over that right, and we pull it in. I believe this is our last stretch. This is our last one, and then we get started. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I could hang out in this stretch like all day. I could just switch from side to side. All right, releasing down in 3, 2, and 1. Taking it down, and we rise it up. So I'm going to go over what we're going to be doing today. So just make sure that you have, like I said, whether you're by a counter or you have a chair, anything to kind of lean up against. We will not need that. Actually, we won't need that for the first thing. Maybe if you need something, we're going to go into like a little side leg lift. So you might need something if you, or you can just try and find that stabilization. But if you need that modification, just holding on to something, you might need it. So I'm going to go over what we're going to be doing. Make sure you have something down for your knees and a water. If you have a towel, whatever you would like. So we're going to be sitting down first, we're going to take it up to the palms, trying to find everything. And we're just going to take those feet, we're going to tap them down and take them up. So tapping the heels down, taking it up. As you do that, you're going to feel it in the abs, but you're also really going to feel it in those legs as long as you're squeezing them nice and tight. So let's take it down and up. So try not to touch the ground all the way, but we're going to take it down and up. We are then going to come to a standing position for a side leg lift. So you can grab onto something if you would like. I have a chair, so I might place my fingertips on it. I don't want to place all my weight into it because the goal is to place all the weight to the leg. So we're just going to go into a side leg lift. So pointing that toe, taking it up, tapping it down, keeping everything squared off. And then we're going to come down again, coming down to the forearms, chest open, chin is going to be lifted. We're going to go into scissor kicks. So that right leg's going to come up, and then we'll switch it over to the left. So like I said, you want to make sure that chin is up and the chest is open for these. Do not sink into those shoulders because then it really is not working anything. You're just going to tire yourself out. It's not going to feel good. So we have those leg raises as we're seated. We're going to go for 10. The side leg lifts, we'll go for 10 on the right, then 10 on the left. In scissor kicks, we'll go 10 right and left, count as 1. And then 3 rounds of that. All right. As I drop my notepad. Okay. So when you're ready to kind of meet me seated. Okay. So taking the palms down, remember, keeping those legs nice and tight. We're just going to take them down, taking them up, really focusing on the squeeze and the tightness of the legs, also while working those abs. All right, so we're going to take it down and up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking the knees in, we rise it up. And remember, we're going to go into those side leg lifts. So remember, one hand can either go to that chair or you can place it on the hip. Just find that stabilization. But we're going to start with that right leg first, making sure you point the toe and we square off and we just keep it nice and tight. As you take it down, if you don't touch the ground, it's going to be constant tension. So just keeping it nice and tight and just kind of stop like a centimeter above. So remember, we're going to go for 10 and then 10, and we'll go in about 10 more seconds. All right. So placing that right hand on the hip. If you need to, place that left hand on something, but we're going to take the right leg up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, soft bend in that left knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down. I'm going to switch my chair. And then we're going to take that left leg up, pointing the toe in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, shaking out those legs. Chair. And we have those scissor kicks. So we're going to come down to the ground, kind of shake out those legs a little bit longer. And we're going to go into those scissor kicks. So taking it down to the elbows, getting ready in our position. We're going to start with that right leg first. If you want to, you can always place the hands on the side, place the palms down, whatever is most natural and comfortable for you. I just mainly care about lifting out of the shoulders, chin up, and the chest open. So we take the right leg up first in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking the knees in, drop the feet down, and press yourself up. So in about 15 seconds, we start all over again for round 2. Getting right back into it. Okay. So we take it right back down. We're up, down, up, down, up. Okay. So hands by those sides. Remember, slight bend in the elbows. We're going to take the legs just down and up, squeezing those legs nice and tight. We're going to go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the feet down, pressing yourself up. We have our side leg lifts. So remember, grab on if you need something. We'll get started in about 15 seconds. And whatever you're holding on to, if you are holding on to something, just try and be as light as you can in it instead of placing all the weight, because then once you do that, you can start leaning and then can't feel really anything in that hovering leg. Okay. So right leg first. We square the hips off and we're going to point the right toes, taking it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, switching out those sides. So that left leg is going to come up. I can move my chair. All right. So left side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that left side down, moving that chair if you have one, and we take it down. Shaking it out just a little bit. Yeah. And we're going to go into those scissor kicks. So taking the elbows down to the ground, pop the chest open, lift out of the shoulders, and we're going to lift up the right leg first for those scissor kicks in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 1. Rising yourself up. We shake it out and we get started in about 15 seconds with our last round. Okay. All right, so we take it down one more time. This time we're going to take it down to those elbows. So same thing that we were doing with the scissor kick. So elbows down. We're going to take the legs out, slight bend in the knees. We're just going to lower it down about halfway and take it up. So squeezing those legs nice and tight while getting that ab work in. So we're gonna go for 10 in 3, 2, and 1. So taking it down. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending the knees in, we press ourselves to a standing position. So kind of shake it out a little bit, and we'll get those side leg lifts. Grabbing under your chair one more time. Okay. So we start with that right leg first, pointing that toe. We're going to take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, switching those sides. So left leg up, pointing that toe. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 7, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, shaking it out. Okay. So last thing for this round, we have our scissor kicks, and then you guys get a break, and then we move on. I will go over what we're doing next. So shaking out those legs. Okay, so we take it down to the elbows, lifting out of the shoulders, place the palms down or on the hips. We're going to extend the legs out, taking the right leg up first in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the legs down, getting your rest in. I'm going to go over what we're doing next. You will, if you don't have anything down on the ground, you will need it for this, or you'll most likely want it for this. So we still need that chair if you have it, but while I'm down on the ground, so you guys get a little bit over a minute as I explain what we're going to be doing. So we're going to go into some bridges. So taking the heels down, we're going to take the palms down, or you can dig the elbows in, fingertips up, whatever you prefer. But we're going to take those hips straight up, squeezing the glutes, tucking the pelvis at the top. And then as you release it down, you just bring the hips straight down. So there's no like curving in the back or anything. Just the core is nice and engaged, nice and strong. So we tuck the pelvis in, release it down. So we're going to go for 10 of these glute bridges. We're then going to go into some standing leg lifts. So this is where the chair comes in to play. So we're going to hinge it forward slightly, just slightly. So we have a long line from the crown of the head down to that tailbone. We're going to take that right foot out, pointing the toe, and we're just going to lift it up and tapping that toe down to the ground. So lift it up, tap it down, keeping the hips squared off, and we'll switch sides. So we're going to go 10 and 10, and then over to the left. And back down to the ground. Back down. And we're going to go into some donkey kicks. We're going to be on the palms for these. So I believe we did these yesterday, I think. Pretty positive. Anyway, so we're going to take that 90-degree bend in that right leg first. That left knee will be right underneath the hip. We're going to stomp that foot up to the ceiling. So we just bring it underneath the hip and stomp it straight up. So when it goes up, that doesn't mean the leg extends out. We keep that 90-degree bend the entire time, okay? So we go 10 and 10 for the donkey kicks. All right, so we'll get started in about 15 seconds, or in about 20 seconds, sorry. So make sure you grab everything that you need, and I'm gonna grab some water. Okay, and I'm back. It's a long sit. So the first thing is we have those bridges. So I know we said 10, or I know I said 10. We're gonna do 20 of our glute bridges because I think we can handle it. Those heels are gonna be placed down. Remember, we tuck the pelvis as we take the hips up. As you lower down, try not to touch the ground. But I'm gonna count us up and then count us down like I normally do. So taking the backs down, getting nice and comfortable before we get uncomfortable, of course. So remember, palms can come down to the sides or elbows can dig in, fingertips up, whatever you prefer. But we are going to take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the hips down and bring yourself up to a standing position. So you're not too terrible doing 20, right? So in about 15 seconds, we're going to go into those leg lifts. So remember, we're going to have a slight bend in that left knee. That right leg is going to straighten out. We're going to point the toes, square the hips off. We're not dipping that lower back in. We pull the belly button into the spine. Core is nice and engaged. And we're just going to take that right foot up and tap it down. Okay? Just think if there's like somebody skiing down your back. You want them to start at your head and go down to your tailbone. You want that nice slope. You can imagine that. Okay. So we get started in about 10 seconds. We start with that right leg first. So we get ready, we bend at that left knee, making sure the knee is not passing the toes. It's not worth hurting ourselves, but we're gonna take that right leg up in 3, 2, and 1. Staying light in those hands, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that right foot down, extending out that left leg. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that left foot down. We shake out those legs or just tap it out, step it out. And then we'll get started. We're going to go into those donkey kicks next. So we're going to come down to the ground, taking the hands right underneath the shoulders. I'm going to move my chair. Don't bonk my head on it. All right. So remember, we have that nice strong core, belly button's pulled into the spine. We get a 90-degree bend in that right leg, left knee underneath that hip. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, left side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that left knee. We take it up to the feet. We rise it up and we move. Because we start round 2 in 15 seconds. I was like, what's after this? That was the last one. That was the last one. So we get started in those glute bridges next. we go back into our leg lift, donkey kicks 2 more times. So 2 more rounds, and then move on. How it's already 12:30? I couldn't even tell you. I feel like we've been doing this for like 10 minutes. It's been about 30 minutes. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. This day has just been going by fast. It was like my early morning today, so I thought it was going to go by slow because usually I get like a little bit of a nap in because I wake up at like 3:30. Didn't get a nap in, so I was like, okay, it's gonna drag a little bit, but it's actually been going by really fast. Maybe because it's almost the weekend. Maybe that's it, or it's just a good day today. Either way, good day. Okay, so we take it down for those bridges. So those knees are up, the heels are planted, palms are down, or elbows are dug in to your mat or to the ground, but we take it up and down for 20 in 3, 2, and 1. So tucking the pelvis as we take it up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the hips down, extending out the right leg, and then the left. Inhale the arms up above the head. Exhale, come to a seated position, and then to a standing and rise it up. So we have our leg lifts next. Move my chair back. Are we ready? So just kind of tap out those feet. Oh, wait, what's this? Okay. So we get that slight bend in that left knee, keeping the knee behind the toes, leaning it forward. Try not to place all the weight into those palms. I know it's easy because we're leaning forward, but that's where that comes into play, where we engage that left side. We really press through. So we take the hips, square them off, taking that right foot up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that right side, extending out that left. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, shaking out those legs. All right, so we have our donkey kicks. And then 1 more round of these. Then we move on to our last set of things for 3 rounds. So we're almost there. Stacking the shoulders over the wrist, left knee underneath that hip, right knee 90 degrees. We flatten that foot, flexing it, taking it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that right knee, left side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that left side, rising it up, shaking it out. We have 1 more round, and then we move on. So funny, it's our third round. I'm like, what's next? Okay. So taking those backs down to the ground, plant the feet. We have those bridges. We go for 20. All right. So we take it up and down in 3, 2, and 1. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down the hips. Kind of shake it out. Rotate the knees to that left side. Take them to center. Rotating them over to that right side. We'll get it one more time. Back to center. Knees to the left. To the center. And to the right. And back to center, rising it up. Grabbing onto your chair. And we have those leg lifts. So remember, all the weight to that left side. Lighten the hands. Knee behind the toe. We straighten out that right side, taking it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down the right, extending the left, going in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shaking it out. We have our donkey kicks for our last time. And then after this, you guys get a little bit of a break. I'm going to explain what we're doing and we move on. Our last set, last rounds. So dropping it down. And then shoulder stack. We take that right foot up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down. Left side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that left knee, rising it up. Let me see if I need to stay seated. So what we're going to do, I do not. I can stand up. All right. So you guys get a little bit over a minute. I'm going to explain what we're doing, and then we get right to it. We get right to it today. So we're going to go into some rainbows. Sounds fun, right? Wish it was colorful. Anyways, so we're going to take that right foot. So we're going to take it over from the right. So starting at that right side, we're going to take it back, over, back, over. Okay, so it's how we were doing those leg lifts. So that same stance, except for we're starting with that right foot over, making sure we're not leaning all the way. So we stay squared off. So we're just going to go back, over, back, over. So we'll do that 5 times. And then that, like that just counts as 1. And then we'll go to that left side. So 5 and 5. Then we're just going to go into some calf raises. So how are we doing this? Toes out. So heels in, toes are going to be out, hands to the hips, hands in prayer, whatever is going to help you stabilize. Just try not to just bring the hands down because then we're all over the place. So the hands, I'm going to place the hands to the hips. I'm just going to come to the tips of the toes. As you release it down, do not touch the ground. keep constant tension. So we squeeze the calves at the top, releasing it down. So you can also squeeze the booty at the top as well, releasing it down. So remember, heels in, toes out, and then we're just gonna go into some straight calf raises. So taking the heels up and down. So up and down. So the first one we'll do those rainbows. Then we'll do the heels out. Sorry, heels in, toes out, going into those, and then we'll straighten out the feet and we're gonna lift up. Same thing as you lower down, do not touch the ground. Really squeeze and hold at the top, then release it, and almost just like a fingertips worth. Like really don't touch the ground. Because it's almost like a resting point. We don't need resting points for those. So the rainbows, we're gonna do 5 and 5. The calf raises we'll do, or with the toes out, we'll do 20. And then toes facing forward, we'll do 20. So we're really not sitting down at all at this one. We will get started in about 15 seconds. 15 seconds. So 3 more rounds. And we start with those rainbows first. So grabbing onto your chair. Remember, we're not placing all the weight forward. We're not even leaning over to a side. We just place the weight in, but don't lean. Keep everything nice and tight, squared off. So we're gonna start with that right leg out to that right side, pointing the toe. We're gonna take it back, squeeze at the top, and then down to that left side. Like when we do a curtsy lunge, kind of like that, but we're not lunging. So right leg out, we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking that right leg center, left side out, pointing that toe, we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, I don't know why that's confusing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking both feet down, kind of shake it out. I got a little bit of foot cramp in my left foot. So that's why I'm needing to do that. All right, so remember, first thing for our calf raises, heels are in, toes are gonna be out. We keep the hands to the hips or hands in prayer. Just don't let them dangle, because then we'd almost look like a penguin at this point, right? I lose my balance. Okay. All right, so we go for 20. I'll count us up, then count us down in 3, 2, and 1. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the heels down, shake it out. Get those feet to face forward. You can just kind of stomp out those feet for a second and just stretch it out. So we go back into the calf raises, except for this time, toes face forward instead of out. But we're going to go for 20 in 3, 2, and 1. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down the heels. I feel like my calves are on fire. They're on fire. It's back-to-back calves. That's why. Okay. So we shake them out and we go back to those rainbows for round 2. We'll start with that right leg out to that right side first. We'll go in about 5. So right leg out, we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking it center, left side out in 3, 2, and 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that left side, shaking it out. And we'll go into our calf raises, heels together, toes out. So we go for 20 in 3, 2, and 1. So 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down the heels, shaking them out. And we just have normal calf raises next. Remember, don't touch the heel to the ground. So toes face forward. We take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the heels down, shaking them out. And we have one more round. So one more round, we start with the rainbows first. 5 and 5. We have our calf raises with the toes out, heels together, and then just our normal ones. And then we're done. Okay. So getting ready, we hinge it forward, we bend at that left knee, taking that right toe out. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that right foot center, left foot out. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking the feet down, and we release that chair. We get rid of it. We're done with it. We have our calf raises, both kinds, and then that's it. Close this guy up. So now I know what to do. Okay, so heels together, toes are going to be out, hands to the hips, hands in prayer, even arms above the head if you want. Whatever's going to help you stabilize. But we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10. If I can get my feet together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the heels down, shake them out. About 10 seconds, we'll get started. Facing those toes forward, heels go straight back. Okay, so getting ready, keeping the hands where they are. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down the heels, shake it out. And that is it, guys. that is your lower body workout for today. So tomorrow you have some yoga at noon, and we will be getting our workout on not tomorrow, next week. Next week. So remember, we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with me, and Tuesday's upper, Wednesday's full, and then Thursday is lower. But I hope you guys all have a great weekend and a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next week.